Hello, Klaus here, and welcome back to yet another video here at the channel. In this little video we're going to do a comparison between the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro and the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K Full Frame. Really long names, Blackmagic. So the main reason for doing this video is that Blackmagic just very recently announced that the Pixis are on its way, and the 6K full frame is more or less the Pixis but in a different body, the same sensor, same functions and frame rates and all of that things. So I thought it would be kind of fun to compare the Pocket 6K with the full frame 6K. This is a 35mm sensor and this is a full frame sensor, so we're going to compare that, seeing some different shots on the field of view, stuff like that. So this camera was released in 2021. It has 13 stops of dynamic range, the same thing as the full frame here. So those things should be kind of the same. One thing that this camera has as an advantage over the other is actually the built-in internal NDs, which I love on this camera. And internal NDs are not on the full frame, unfortunately, but I guess that is a trade-off of using the L mount compared to this EF mount that we are having in the Pocket 6K Pro. So for this video, we're just going to go out, do some different tests, and I will talk to you along the way. And yeah, let's just go out and do the test.
So we went outside shooting on the camera, both using the Samyang 24mm lens and at the same distance. On the Pocket 6K Pro, I did shoot in 2:4 aspect ratio, with giving these black bars. Here we're having the rolling shutter test. Now we're doing the exact same test on the 6K full frame. And as you can see, the rolling shutter is definitely there, but can be fixed in post. For this test, we are just doing a simple pan shot to show the field of view. Here on the 6K full frame, we are going to do the same, and I'm going to crop it in and make it match the original shot on the Pro camera. So this is what we get out of the 6K. So for the next test, we go inside to the studio, doing a little bit of a interview shot, kind of, and we're shooting on the Laowa Nanomorph lenses, the 35mm. Here we are on the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K Pro, and this is the shot and the field of view we're going to get by shooting in this camera on the anamorphic mode, which I think is pretty cool. It looks good, at least. I like shooting on these anamorphic lenses. And here we go to the 6K full frame, and as you see, the Laowa anamorphic is not covering the entire sensor when shooting in open gate, so we are having these vignetting in the corners, but that can be fixed by zooming in just a little bit, like we did right here. So this is a zoomed in version on the full frame open gate. And here we have the 6K version again. There is a little vignetting, again, a thing we can fix pretty fast just by a little bit of a zoom into the shot here on the 6K full frame. And I think that is pretty nice. So for the next shot, we're using the 35mm sensor size on that, and this is what shot we have using that. If we then do the same as before, crop in a little bit, we have a shot that is pretty similar to the one we were doing on the 6K Pro. And again, just very lovely. For the next shot, we're doing this kind of a product shot here on the Pro version of the 6K. And that looks pretty decent, I think. A nice shot, great colors. So for the next little test here, or next shot in the test, we're going to go to the full frame open gate on the 6K, and here we have that shot, open gate, and of course this is a wider shot which can be fixed just by doing a little bit of cropping in post, as you see right here. For the next, we are going to go to the 6K shot, and again we have a lot of space, more field of view than on the original Pro camera. And again, we can crop that in as we did before and get a pretty decent shot And the colors and stuff like that are still great on this camera. It is not bad at all, I think. So for the last shot, we are shooting on the 6K full frame in the sensor mode of 35mm, and here we crop in to make it match that original shot on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera Pro, and that's doing a pretty nice job at that. So the question is, which of the two cameras would suit you the best? And that's entirely up to the work you are doing. Both cameras has more or less the same features. They're pretty great. However, if you're doing a lot of run and gun where you need to be able to change the ND filters pretty fast, the 6K Pro would be the one to go with. However, the open gate in the 6K full frame is fantastic, and it's great to have that option to make your field of view wider. However, if you're looking for a new cinema camera to shoot your film and narrative works, I don't think you can go wrong by picking up either the Pro version or the full frame version, because both cameras are a nice tool to have in your tool bag. Anyway, I do hope you found this little video useful. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share it with your friends if you think it would help them out. And if you want to be notified every time there's another video here on the channel, please hit that bell icon down in the corner. Until next time, keep filming, keep learning, and keep sharing.